Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It's Marvin speaking. Recently talking about the case of the missing 70-year-old teen girl, London Thomas, found dead after being missing for 3 weeks. 2 suspects are now in custody. I think one of them was her boyfriend. And so it's such a sad story of a young, beautiful girl who had her whole life ahead of her. Let's get straight into this. This is by Hebe with the news.
17-year-old London Thomas, and tonight Fox 2's Camilla Miri is speaking to her family about this tragic turn of events.
It's like living in the worst movie you could ever imagine. Over and over again, it never ends.
A grieving mother trying to process the unimaginable. Her daughter, London Thomas, found dead in Southfield Saturday night. She had been missing for 3 weeks.
When they came and told us, it was like my heart stopped. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. This is crazy.
The 17-year-old was last seen alive in Inkster on April 5th. The FBI, local police, and everyday people spent weeks looking for some sign of the teenager. On Sunday, April 27th, Michigan State Police confirmed they recovered London Thomas's body on Saturday night. 2 suspects are in custody in connection with the case, but investigators aren't saying who they are or exactly how they're connected to the case.
17 years old and you just take somebody's life. It's not right. It's not real.
It's no manual for this. It's no manual to be a parent. It's no manual to bury your child. It's no manual, I'm doing as best as I can with the help of God.
A GoFundMe has been set up to pay for London Thomas's burial. We'll be putting a link on our website.
That was so sad, Hebe with the news. Thanks for that update. So sorry for you, beautiful. This is the messages. So sorry for the beautiful London. I was praying for you to return home safe, praying for the family. My heart is broken. Amen. Teresa says, God, I'm so sorry, parents. My heartache for your pain and suffering. My deepest condolences to you and family. Can we somewhat ease your pain by all of us watching, funding some funds. The poor mama, my heart goes out for her, says AI. Rest in heaven, says Michelle. God's blessing for the family and friends affected by this tragedy. May justice be fast and hard. It is so sad, and I think those who were involved should be brought to justice. That was part 1. I'm going to move on to part 2 of this case. We move on to part 2. The family are still speaking, and this is by 2-year-old badass. A 17-year-old London Thomas was found dead, and you all really think her 24-year-old boyfriend didn't do it. This ain't love. This is predatory and criminal. The age gap was a red flag from the start, and now she's gone. Where's the justice? Where's the outrage? You all better wake up. This ain't just another headline. This is real life and a real victim. Follow at Raw Badass for the badass for the truth they are trying to bury. Interesting stuff. Why would they let her daughter date an older man? What was it, 7 years difference? She was very young, to be honest with you. Let's get straight into this.
And I don't care. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. You will be home.
This is her mum speaking, people, who's obviously devastated. My heart goes out to her.
With me.
A 17-year-old girl goes missing after being dropped off at her 23-year-old boyfriend's house. Weeks later, she's still missing, and her boyfriend is now a person of interest. Her name is London.
They said now there's 2 in custody, so I would imagine one of them is him, because like I said, when I originally put the first video out, a lot of people were saying that he was a suspect. Now I've read into it. I think he was one of the last people to see her. That's odd.
Thomas, a vibrant teen from Inkster, Michigan. On April 5th, her sister dropped her off at her boyfriend's home on Carlisle Street. That was the last time anyone saw her. London's phone last pinged near Cooper Upper Elementary School in Westland, an area surrounded by woods and wetlands. Search efforts there have yielded no results. Authorities, including the FBI, have searched the boyfriend's home twice looking for DNA evidence after uncovering concerning information during phone data extractions. Despite these efforts, no arrests have been made. Neighbors describe the boyfriend as strange and weird, noting his uncooperative behavior during the investigation.
Very, very odd. Very, very odd. Very, very suspicious by the boyfriend. And I think the police will investigate this and get to the bottom of it. Is there a possibility that the boyfriend had an alibi? We'll soon find out. But like I said, really feel sorry for the family, and I hope they get justice ASAP. Going to move on to part 3. This is Everybody Hates Chrissy, and it is an interesting video. She breaks this down kind of well, so do go and subscribe to her. Let's get straight into this.
Crime stories are shaking, and this is a trigger warning. A young girl, 17 years old, named London Thomas, has been missing since April 5th. That was the last time she was seen, with the report being put out on April 8th. Well, now, as of Saturday, they found her body in an SUV, and as of today, there have arrests been made. There's a lot to the story. Let's talk about it. London was last seen on April 5th going to her boyfriend, 23-year-old Jalen Pendergrass's house. Now, her cell phone was last pinged on April 6th at 10 a.m., and the report for her being missing was put out on April 8th to the public. Now, we have not at this time been able to find out how her body was harmed. They just said that she was found in the SUV. So I don't know if she was strangled. I don't know if she was shot, anything like that. I didn't see in the report. Probably because she's a minor, but 2 arrests were made today. And when I looked deep into the media, it was the boyfriend, Jalen Pendergrass, and his mother. They got arrested. Now, this is...
Wow. I didn't know that information. I'm wondering whether the mother was trying to cover for him what happened. He told the mother, and she said, look, we've got to try and cover this up. Or aiding and abetting, should I say.
The house that Jalen and his mother lived at. This is a news reporter going up there and trying to speak to the people at the house. And someone did answer back, and they said, no bueno, we're not speaking to the press. Then after this, they've both gotten arrested. Now, their mugshots have not come out. I had to go straight to the Facebook Deep Detroit streets for that one. It's sad. I wonder if the mother is more an accomplice. The son sounds like the murderer. Sounds like the son did it. He said, Mama, I harmed this girl. She said, move her body to somebody else's driveway, put her in an SUV and leave her there. They'll figure it out.
That's why I says a accomplice is deep. This is very, very odd and suspicious. You know, it makes me think now, did the mother get arrested as well? It seems like it.
It's probably how that happened. Shout out to this TikToker. She put out the picture of the boyfriend. All I could find, I couldn't find a solid picture. All I could find was pictures of the boyfriend on other reporters' pages. That's why I said people are going deep into the ether to find pictures of them, because she's underage and she probably wasn't allowed to have no regular pictures of her and her boyfriend just out there in the media for her parents to find, because she is left behind by her mom and her stepdad. We're going to continue to watch this trial, because I waited to do this story because they were looking for her, and the parents were praying. We were all praying for a miracle, that maybe she could have just run off with him, anything, but to find her body. And they're not even releasing directly how they found her. Very sick, very scary. I don't know how he thought he was going to get away with this with tech and forensic science. But the people in his neighborhood, when the news talked to them, said he was weird. They said he's been weird, and he's been weird for a long time. So he probably did it, you guys. This is very sad. The crime.
It's so sad. And like I said, a lot of people think it's pointing at the boyfriend. I'm just going to go into messages. Thank you for Everybody Hates Chrissy. Great analysis on the case as well. It's sounding that the mum may be trying to cover something up as well. Some of the messages: why are these parents allowing their children to be with grown men? This story is hard. It has broken my heart. My condolences to her family and friends. There are too many crimes against girls and women. So sad. Not another one. Yeah, someone says like bring back the death penalty, but this is awful. Like I said, so 2 people have been arrested by the police. Let's just see what comes out of there. And like I said, do go and support the family, or there is a GoFundMe to help with the burial as well. I think that's really, really important. And do subscribe to the TikTokers that are following this channel, and myself as well, Streamline Investigations. A lot more to come. Thank you very much.